Josh, open up. Oof. How's that carbon monoxide detector taste?
Not very good, and you know, I don't think you should put one in your lungs to begin with.
You think it should be exterior on the walls?
Yeah, if it's in your lungs, it's already doing damage. It's already too late. You got carbon monoxide in there.
I'm a little lost. Why are we talking about carbon monoxide?
And how does that relate to diesel fuel systems?
Okay, help me out.
This is our drop-in filtration system for the L5P Duramax. And going back to the carbon monoxide detector location, that's because on our system, we are using a factory water separator element with the factory water and fuel sensor / fuel heater.
Okay.
Now the reason being we are using the factory water separator.
Okay.
Pull this out of our system. The factory water separator was designed to have the water and fuel sensor pass through back to the dirty side of the element, because this is a coalescing filter element, and what that means is as fuel and water are passing through the element, the water collects on the outside of the element,
okay,
and gravity pulls it down into the reservoir where the water and fuel sensor is allowed to detect the water once it reaches a certain level to know that it's time to drain your filter housing.
Before
it passes through
to the clean side. This is like a donut, but this is dirty through here, dirty here, dirty here.
Right.
Inside here, that's enclosed, once the fuel passes through, it's contained, and that's cleaner fuel.
Right.
Filtered fuel, correct?
Right.
So, we have water collecting on the bottom side of the element.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the water sensor, once a pool builds up,
correct,
then the water sensor is going to detect that. So what's going on with these other manufacturers?
So, as you might know, there are other drop-in L5P filtration systems, but what all of the other systems are doing, they're using a coalescing element, but putting the water and fuel sensor on the clean side of the element, where you should never have water.
But then it won't go off. The sensor won't go off.
If it does, it's too late.
Why is that?
It's already sending water up to your injection system.
Okay, we should be down here detecting it.
Right.
Before it goes through the element. And because once it goes through that, through the dirty side of the element and you're on the clean side, it's too late.
Yeah, and you're already doing damage.
And you're really not going to sense it because it's not going to go through, usually not in a big clump.
Right.
A pool.
Right.
It's going to go through, trickling through, causing damage.
And if there's a pool of water sitting, it's where that sensor's detecting, that's
you're
very
done.
bad.
Because how are you going to get a pool just sitting still in here?
Right.
Okay, so we're allowing the OEM sensor to work the way it was designed to work.
That's correct.
Okay, so what are we doing over here?
So after the fuel passes through the factory water separator, it moves over to our Extreme Water Separator, which if any water does happen to make it past the factory element, it's going to get trapped in our XWS, because that removes over 99% of the water and fuel, and it'll filter particulates down to 2 micron absolute.
So we're going from 4 to 5 micron.
Right.
To 2 micron absolute.
Yep.
With very little restriction, because this is microglass, and we're removing the air out of the fuel. Remember, when you remove the air out of the fuel, your lubrication properties, it's going to go up at least 10%. Okay, go look at our other videos as why we are able to claim where we can increase lubricity at least 10%. We're going to increase injector life, injection system life. We're going to also make it run a little bit smoother. It will add power, actually recharge your timing, okay? And it shortens your burn. When you advance your timing, you get a longer burn. How does the air advance and retard your timing? It's just like having air in your brake lines on your car. It's spongy, so it delays it by milliseconds, okay? It'll gain you some power, but it can gain you some fuel economy depending on how your right foot takes in that power.
Absolutely. And how are we doing air separation? Well, the L5P is equipped with an in-tank fuel pump that commands approximately 60 psi. So we have an air purge port here, and this is just simply going to tie in with a quick connect fitting right to the engine return line at the fuel tank. So it's a super easy connection and installation.
Which also, when you're pointing down here, I saw this port here, and we can also put a heater probe in there, correct?
That's right, to add additional heating capacity.
Okay. And cut down on anti-gelling additives, correct?
That's right.
Okay.
Be looking for the release of this product in the spring of 2023.
Can I have my carbon monoxide detector back?
Yeah.